Okay, today's date is May 12th, 2012, and I just wanted to show you, I walked into my closet this morning to get a rain jacket, and I looked at my water heater, and I looked in the drip pan, and what did I see but water? I just wanted to show you how important it is to have a drip pan under your water heater. I'm hoping the camera's picking this up, but there's water in there. And what happens over time, these tanks eventually will begin to leak. And when they go to leaking, the water generally runs out from the bottom of the tank right here. If you don't have a drip pan under it, it's going to be all in your house. This can happen while you're on a vacation, while you're out of the house. I've even heard of these tanks, the whole bottom falling out of them and just water rushing out rapidly. But when I installed this tank, I put this drip pan, and I have the water heater lifted up about 10 inches on this box here that I built for it. You can see that. Alright, now this drip pan is connected to my sewer line, and what I'm doing here is draining the water tank now because I'm going to go get a new one. But you can see the drip pan is connected to a series of hoses, including a P-trap that connects to my sewer system. So even though my water heater is leaking, it's not a big deal for me. There's no water on the floor at all. So what I'm going to do is video just basically what I've done and how to reinstall a water heater, just for some basic information. What we have here in the wall is our input pipe and the output, and all I've done is taken the copper pipe that is this right here off. So this connects like that, and this connects like that, and that's the way it was. But before you do all that, you need to make sure you cut your breaker switch off. That's at your main load center. And then I disconnected my 30 amp Romex that goes to the water heater. Disconnected your electricity, and then I started taking away my plumbing, removing the plumbing. This one, and there was a similar one that go in here. And then, since I'm already connected to sewer, in order to drain the water tank, all I have to do is just simply open this valve. And to open this valve, what you do is you rotate this part counterclockwise, and then this little black area right in the center, there's a flathead screw slot, and you simply rotate that backwards, and you'll start having water come out. So anyway, this could have been a major crisis if I did not have this drip pan under there. So I strongly encourage you to put a drip pan under your water heaters. If you don't have one, have somebody put one in for you, or do it yourself. You can get these at Home Depot or Lowe's for about 12 bucks, and all they are is a little thin piece of aluminum. But they can sure make your life a whole lot easier whenever you go to have these drips. Alright, another thing I recommend is when you install these water heaters is make sure you keep up with your documentation, including your receipt, your warranty information, and all that. This particular heater here was made by Whirlpool, and this had a 12-year warranty on it. Well, it's only been 6 years before I started now beginning to get a leak. I installed it in 2006. So anyway, I called the manufacturer, and they gave me a reference number so that I can get another tank. Now, this does not include installation, so there I am doing it myself again. Seems like everything I have to do, I do myself. But anyway, I just hope this gives you just some general information on water heaters, and how to go about repairing this yourself, and how to head off problems in the future. Next, I'll show the installation of the new water heater once I get it. Okay, I'm just going to kind of show you how I got the water heater out of the house, I have this cheap little dolly. Simply slide it under there. Once you get all the water out of these things, they're really not that heavy. You just take your hand, your foot, pull it back like that, and you can roll it around as you want, easy, you know, with one hand. What I'm going to do now is show you how to lift up on these things. In order to get it out of the drip pan, you have to lift it up and then out. It's only a couple of inches. And that seems to be kind of the hardest thing to do. And what's really easy to do is, if you have another person, is basically bear hug make sure you take any sleeves off and you have bare arms, and have the other person on the other side doing the same thing, and you grab their arms like this, keeping your back straight. Use your legs to lift like that. It's really easy when you have another person helping you. But you don't have to bend your back or anything. Keep your back straight, bend your knees, grab the other person's arms, and they have your arms. And just the friction of your skin against the water heater is really, you can put just a little bit of pressure inside, and then both of y'all lifting, the water heater easily comes up. That way you won't hurt your back. And believe me, you want to keep your back healthy. That's what I do for a living, is work on people's backs. So what I'm going to do next is show you how to load this thing into your vehicle in order to take it to your home center. Alright, go. Nothing to it when you have a little bit of help. Got it going?
Got it.
Alright. What I'm going to do now is just kind of show you how one person can load this thing in your vehicle. I have a truck, and it's kind of lifted up in the back, so this is really about the height of a four-wheel drive. So what you do is just simply lean it forward, keep this hand here and this hand here, and then again, keeping your back straight, bend your knees, push it up like that. Always keep your back straight. You can see here where the tank has leaked, starting to rust right in here. I don't know, but it's definitely leaked in there. One other thing I wanted to mention is, when you go to transporting your new water heater, make sure you transport it upright. And there's reasons behind that. There are two metal rods that run down into your tank, and if you transport it horizontal, in theory those rods could sling around and beat on the inside of the tank, which would mar the inside of your tank, which has a lining in it, and therefore you'd get premature rusting. So keep your tank vertical when you're transporting it. Okay, now we're starting to install the new water heater. And what I've done was put new valves on. I didn't like the old valves. They were starting to crumble, and so anyway, I took the old ones off, cleansed the threads, put new thread tape on there, and we're going to go back with new valves. I've got everything set up here. We're about to set the water heater in place now. Okay, we've got the water heater installed. I have my connections hooked to the water heater. This is the input. This is the outflow right here. Before I hooked up the electrical, I want to make sure I have good dry connections, and I do. I don't see any leaks anywhere. I've watched it here for a little while. So now the next thing to do is hook up your electrical. Make sure your power's off at the main breaker. And if you're uncomfortable doing this, I highly recommend getting a professional to do this. But some people do this themselves, including myself. And basically, you're going to have, at least on my house, I have two hot wires. There's this black one and a white one. Both of these are hot. This is a 220 volt heater, water heater, and this is ground. So just hook up the black wire to the black. And this particular water heater has two terminals, two wires that you need to hook up to. And anytime you're doing something wiring like this, you need to use a wire nut, which is the appropriately sized wire nut, and this red one is an appropriate sized nut. You just simply take this wire nut and screw it on nice and tight. And do the same thing over here. Okay, and this is the final installation. I have my pipes nice and insulated. I probably went a little bit overboard with the insulation, but that's okay. I even insulated the input pipe, even though it's not necessary. There's still some heat that can be transmitted up through it. The electrical is connected. The high pressure outflow is all reconnected down to the water pan. That's all connected, which all connects to the sewer. So that completes the installation of my water heater. It's now 4 o'clock, and I found this project around 8 o'clock this morning. So between taking it all apart, draining the water heater, going to the big box home improvement store, returning, putting it all back in, it pretty well took the majority of the day. So that's another thing you can consider whenever you go to repair your own water heater or replace your own water heater. Depending on how much you make per hour, that could make a noticeable difference in whether or not you want to choose this route. First of all, don't let any of my information overrule what any good plumber would tell you, because I am not a plumber. I'm simply a homeowner, and I'm just giving you information on how I replaced my water heater. Okay, so hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you.